So, yeah, eligible. He must have assumed it. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is big. Your lips are purple and you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Oh my god, he's dying. Oh Jesus, it's still going. No, I don't see it. Auto's gone. It can't be. This can't be this can't happen. I wonder what happens to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continue on with this fight. During our recent prosecution investigation. This is unacceptable. Why? Why, bruv? I don't eat the ham and cheese. I'm not going to put the biscuit in there. The prosecution, it seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me? Knock, knock. Who's there? Strange, stuffy auras. Gotta have the response to who's that. The temperature rose 5.7 degrees in that one. Jesus! That's impressive. Earth is heavy. Why ice? No, it's you. We're not finishing enough. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Food. Oh no, I've got crumbs everywhere. Damn late, I do. The roads were packed. Long time no see her. How you been? Swim much these days? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who the fuck are you? Aha, so you're Righto. The attorney. I've heard good things about you. Thanks. Sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together. Why do you want to go swimming? I would not feel safe. We should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly, 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 jolly good time. Little worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? Why does he not? Why is everyone going, you should know this person? He's like, but I don't know that person. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, my nose is running too. That doesn't make sense. And I hate everything. He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. And he just stands there for a really long time and doesn't say anything. And it's not like you can skip it or anything. You just gotta stare at him. Name... I just clapped because he's clapping. Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honour today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courthouse, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. That's a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime... Wait, she has multiple. Because she's wearing it right now. And then there's that one. Why does she have so many pieces of red fabric? When the crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. Can we please stop calling it a muffler? It makes it sound really gross. But to think that it was stuffed inside an exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. That's a good point. How's he been getting around? He's been... Like, his car's been... You know... whatchamacallit? Is he just Ubering everywhere? That's gonna get expensive. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? I thought he was talking about the outfit he was wearing. I was like, the fuck? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. Calm the fuck down, bruv. Calm the fuck down. Mr. Fake Evidence. Although, actually, that's not improving. I can't... Jesus Christ, can we... I'll be telling... Jeez. I don't know when it's just going to automatically skip the dialogue, or I have a second to say something. I'm telling you to wait, or didn't you hear me? You bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Have a look at this document, where it says, person in charge of the investigation. There's no mistaking that signature there is Miles Edgeworth? Uh-oh. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Didn't the crime happen after all that shit? I mean, yes, so did, but it was still after. I'm making horrendous noises because my nose won't stop running. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Really? I've seen it a couple times. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, fuck you. That was probably very loud drinking. I'm a mess today. God. The court accepts this into evidence. Okie dokie. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Oh, what? Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. But I am wondering why me. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Why can't you? Do you not have hands? No, he has hands. He's got his gavel. Why does that little thing down there look like a blooper? I've just noticed that. Sort of at the top of the, on the right hand side at the top of the desk, the little thing just above it looks like a blooper. Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. You have 2 hands, dude. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point at people anymore. Priorities, guys. Oh, why don't you open it, bitch? Come on, just open... Just hurry up and open it. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not even doing this. My hands are not on the controller, what the hell? Is it gonna do this for me too? No? SL9. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. Thank you. Oh, that's Phoenix that said that. What does that mean? Case number? Well, I've heard something similar. Was it DL6? Yes! DL6 and the DL6 incident fame. But it's strange, so it's just a case number. Huh. What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Oh, really? Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. I mean, there's only a certain amount of letters in the alphabet. And numbers between 1 and, like, 9. So, you've probably come into contact with quite a few combinations like this. Okay, open it. There's a stain on it. Wow, that scared me like that. I'm the one who's scared that the knife is broken. Look at this knife blade, the tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Dried blood. Oh, is that it? I don't get to look anymore. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutor and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Too friendly one. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? What are you saying? There was 2 murders at the same time. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't tell much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Edgy. We haven't exactly announced it. Wait, you said 5:15? That's the exact same time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order. Anyway, we're the police department. We're all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? There's literally members of the public here. I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to examine... I can't speak. I really am a mess today. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Okay, I don't. No, look at what I have. Is there anything else about this I can look at? No. There's nothing else. Okay. So what isn't relevant? Oh, I haven't used that yet. Or that. That's been relevant. That hasn't. Blue badge has not come up yet. The autopsy report has. Distance in front of the car trunk. It's not. Call has. Parking lot 4 pounds has. Anniversary has. The shoe I think has. The knife hasn't. This knife is special, but I can't say it out clear unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. I guess that's what I've got to figure out. I've got to figure out a connection between the evidence and Goodman. Where did the knife come from again? Was it found? Was it with that? Surely that's a connection. It was wrapped inside the scarf that it seems like Lana shoved in the exhaust pipe of that car, so surely that proves a connection right there. Yeah, found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. So that... I mean, I'm going to save that because it's going to be a stupid move, but that right there proves there is a connection. Both things were there. But the game's going to say no. I guarantee you. See? The game says no. They are connected. I'm saying the knife was found at the crime scene, therefore there is a link between the crime and the knife. Dumbass. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna press. It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't. Oh fuck. I'm at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? Proving a connection, that's what it was doing. I better check this knife out. I did. Does it tell me I've got to look at it again? Oh, I can. Oh god, now I'm choking on air. I've already done this. This was the last one. I'm not sure, it reminds me of the smaller code, DL6. Maybe it's a case number. Oh, they are saying something slightly different. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen this before. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. For what? What am I checking the court record for? Cell 6. 4.5-inch knife, single stab wound was found. That's a different chest wound between 4 and 5:30. Nails 6. This? Miles Edgeworth 512. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held accountable extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you'll never know what will happen when you run on a yellow light. That's it. It's the blue badger. This is the blue badger. It's the blue badger. Oh, I can't examine it or anything. It's the blue badger. Oh, how is that gonna see? 675. Or was it 670? Is that number again? Just sitting here silently. I think I figured it out. But I'm not sure exactly how would be the correct way to present evidence. If you turn this upside down, it says SL9. Wait a second. Last an honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Well, it was found at his murder. But whatever. And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Archie? This is great. This guy is too amused. I don't like it. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? It's a case number, but I guess it's written on that piece of paper. Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. So if it's upside down, it says 2/21. So date 2/21. It's American, so it'd be the 21st of the 21st of February. What's the date? Oh, would you look at that? It's the 21st of fucking February. Huh. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 2. Yeah, that's exactly how you read that. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? SL9. Dun dun dun. Oh. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Where's the anti-history? Where are they? Where are my anti-history? Order. Well, Chief? Oh well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? Oh, my voice went a bit weird. What game is this guy playing? I don't know, but I don't like it. Oh, there's my antihistamines. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the police department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We went in and should take an investigation. I haven't pressed anything. It says it was killed at the police department. Yeah, it's all the same. It's the beginning. Press all the statements, I guess. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. Well, that's a massive link between the two murders, is it not? It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. That's what you just said. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. So Edward did it. Right? Right. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Isn't it just, Emma? That was a bad day. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You've got a good look in your eyes there, Wright, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? Ah. How would he know to ask? No matter, I understand you were busy with what was Lana's case. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? The detective was killed at the police department. On the same day the detective was killed. I struggle to say the word detective in a sentence. It just comes out as a character. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Archie? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right, though? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one. This case sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where the victim was found. We already know that. Police department. How the victim was killed. We don't know that. When the victim died. Or 5:15. So the only one we don't know the answer to is how the victim was killed. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It's what we in the force call a stabbing. With a knife. Another stabbing. A guy was killed at the exact same time. He was also a detective. Both victims were detectives. They both died of a stabbing. Spooky. A knife. That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But, you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press in a little bit harder. Okay. Let's hear them. 5:15. Why was that written out? The word was written out and then they just put number 5 after that. That makes my brain hurt. 5:15, but that's... Yes, we already know. That's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? God, you're slow, dude. Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? I think not. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Camp, please tell us more about this incident. Or not. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything. I please, Righto. You understand. Oh, right. Try to understand, Righto. Excuse me? Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. I already have. Oh no, I proved that there's a connection between the knife and the... Maybe there is something that ties the two matters together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it before bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15, one of the prosecutors on Thursday and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. What's it doing there? Okay, I've got to tie the two murders together. How do I tie the two murders together? They said that a knife was stolen on the same day. I need to find a way to link it, but... Can I just use that again? No. Oh, objection. Why did I just press it? I need to find a way to link them. And it seems like the... Well, wait, do I just present the knife? It's saying the knife's in front. Maybe I just present the knife. Might as well just blow up my entire HP bar while... Nice. Ah. Wait, no, I didn't just present the knife, it's okay. Not officially lit. Maybe the autopsy? I'm literally grasping right now. No, that's not it either. I'm just gonna get a game over. Shit, I haven't saved it in a while actually. I really should be careful. One more fuck up and I'll go right back to where I last saved it. So I find out the fact that they kicked people out, that no one was doing anything. fucking Gumshoe was making a giant badger cardboard cutout and dancing with it. Let's have a look. I spend a lot more time just sort of sitting there and trying to figure it out, but live streaming makes that a lot more boring. Right, present the note, and this is evidence that proves a connection. Press Gantel. This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Press him on the statement that a detective was killed. Choose where the victim was found. Oh. So I hit the wrong thing. Press. On the same day the detective was killed in the hospital's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. We've already done this, I just need to change it to where the victim was found. It just doesn't make sense though, because, well, I guess we don't know exactly where he was found. Also, judging by this, I can go through and get all three. So, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. So you can't tell me where it was found. But I can see the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence. There's the connection. So essentially you're saying the body was found in the evidence room. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. I mean heard of that. You've heard of the evidence room? Yeah, it's where Von Comma fucking takes you, bro. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Yeah. Something was stolen from the evidence room. Is that the connection? There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Wait, what? Press? Chief? The defense... here we go. This is different. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Huh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. You are like a fucking parrot. No, not a parrot. Oh god, no, let's not remember the parrot. Let's... Moving on. The connection is a place, mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had... Hey! Edgeworth's on side again! Yay! Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the fucking reading words! Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective met at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Damn bloopers. Indeed! There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Oh, here we go again. There we go. You two make a good pair. Oh, bruv, you have no idea. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Really? They dumb. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Wait, really? Who would have guessed? Yeah. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Press. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? No, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try and get what I can out of him. Victim's division, victim's journey, victim's ID number. I feel like that one, maybe? Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to, tell who it is from that. I get the feeling I will. Wait. Of course not, you won't tell me their name after all. You keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. If it's, what was it, Yabba Dabba, I'm gonna lose my shit. The number is, I guess, drum roll, 5842-189. Well, that's quite long. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. You didn't even try to get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the police department. 5842-189. What was the other? 5842-189. Oh, it does tell me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. That both victims are the same person? But what does this mean? Well, let's see what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? Take that! Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Is that a dirty joke? I think it was. Oh no. No, it's just I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time, both with the same ID number. Fucking Edgeworth's just there like, I know you can do it, Bubs. Just, I love you. Across the fucking courtroom. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? I don't work for the police. No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842-189. Why did I put an O on the end of that? 5842-189, apparently O. And this means what exactly? You're dumb. Huh? Wait, that ID number we had from the chief earlier, that started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first numbers right. Again! The number that the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Why'd you just object? Wait a second, right. What does this... You can't figure it out? Oh, we're fucked if Edgeworth can't figure it out. Me? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, he's laughing. Sharp as attack, righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot, and also in the evidence room at the police department. Yet, Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. Has he got some fucking twin? Is this some weird anime shit? In the evidence room, that's what I just said. Why are you objecting? You can't. What I'm saying is correct. You can't object. That's impossible. So, what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time? And in two completely different locations. Apparently. Order. What does this mean? He's just objecting. No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. No, just wait a second, Martin. I need to get all flustered. Don't let me throw that in its waste breath. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare! We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you there. Fucking Meekins. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, we have heard that name. Where have we heard that name before? Yesterday? He showed up and he was all like, yo, I got this thing, and then apparently it wasn't connected to the case, so the guy just fucked up. Why would he say it wasn't connected to the case if it was? Wait, that was Meekins' fault. Well, no, it wasn't Meekins' fault. It was what Meekins was told. Wait. Uh-huh. Here we go. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. So it was the chief who sent him there. So he purposely made it vague and said it wasn't about... I'm sus now. I'm sus of you, bro. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me... He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the report. Uh-oh. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part. I object to that. Sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then why has he got boobs? That looks like he's got boobs. No such luck this time, Worthy. or should I say, unworthy. Oh, what? Now, what was the second rule of evidence for, huh? Well, Mr. Wright? That's probably right. Huh? Oh, well, it's... Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial, but in this game, that shit never matters. People will just be standing there and going, I got this new picture, I got this new thing. Here's the fucking corpse. Like, no one gives a shit about what is submitted as evidence because people just bring it out when they feel like they need it. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? For the fucking lunch lady was doing that earlier today. I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? He's just completely like, what's just my job? We have come to the end of this trial. Really? The end of the trial? I have no idea what the verdict could possibly be in this situation. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. It's only been 2 months, Bob. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth? Please, just give me 1 day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. Well, that's ominous. You better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Oh, poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant 1 further day as the prosecution requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. I don't know what that means, and I'm terrified. Very well, court is adjourned. Ooh, to be continued. So there's another investigation and then another trial day, right? So I think we might have to start looking for the lunch boxes again in a minute. I don't think she comes back on the witness stand, so I think we've just got the investigation to worry about the lunch boxes now. February 23rd, 2:15 PM, Wright and Co. Law Offices. Oh, and this. Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused, so am I. Oh, well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 PM on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this in the evidence room part? You were there, you know what that means. The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Huh. That's quite far. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure. Why are people reading my thoughts all the time? Is that what those glasses do? You know how people have like those glasses that are like, oh, they're X-ray glasses, I can see through shit. Well, she can genuinely see into my mind and what I'm thinking, and I don't like it. I don't like those creepy pink sunglasses, Emma. Or that stupid bow. Or your freaky badges. Or that bag full of God knows what chemicals that you're probably just going to burn some bitch with. I don't like it. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Hmm? And he never brings it up either. He's like, I didn't say that out loud. But okay. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show, that she is reading my mind with them. I'm terrified of Emma now. Let's go! Science awaits us! Science! Bitch! February 27th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Well, that's the point. He didn't tell us where the body was found. He said he couldn't tell us where the body was found, so we don't know where. We don't have any idea about a body there. Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum was empty. Nope. Nope, she kicked it over, trying to wash away footprints, blah blah blah. My sister erasing evidence at a crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. Again, she just read my mind again. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Uh-oh. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. She can pull out some luminol! Huh? What's that going for? I've watched Dexter. I know how this shit works. This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminol testing fluid! Luminol! Yeah! Makes you see blood! Again, I've seen Dexter. I know all this shit. Could get some red strings out and just figure out blood spatter. Could we do all that shit? And then maybe go murder like a pedophile or something. Chop him up and throw him into the ocean. Did I take that too far? I think I took that too far. I'm just gonna move on. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? Because Emma's lazy. I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. And? What's that got to do with anything? We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Exactly. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh, everything is red. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol onto it. Like this, see? Press the A button to spray. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Okay, so... bloodstains are like here. Yep, there's some. It's not much blood. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so... ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? Yeah, it's just 3 dots. What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of blood. The perpetrator is Detective Goodman Fort here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, then it'd have to be more blood than this. Mr. Wright, I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? Okay, thank you. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? You're my new Maya. Or at least my Maya for now. Yeah. This is pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Can you even buy them? Hey Siri. Buying luminol? Bruno? For some reason, Siri thought I said Bruno. That is not a film I want to watch. I can't stand cringe comedy. Luminol's certificate received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. Aw. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating crime now, doesn't it? And we have been all along. Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Oh god, where's my lunchbox list? I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. The star? You only trust your own eyes, huh? Not bad, you two. Ooh. Oh. It looked good and then she said that. This day-old deli box on the house. Meat in that. Actually, that looks like fish down there. Sorry, it's just that kind of... Sorry, it's just that kind of a lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Exactly. Where's my bloody lunchbox list? Story related. You need this lunchbox as evidence to advise the story. Present Goodman's note, ID, and crime photos to open multiple options. Okay, so it's just one. It's just one today. And apparently, she'll just give it to me. Well, I have to present. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. Emma's just like, I don't give a fuck. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. Yeah, why lie about it? But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough to see. Why? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's you should be in prison. That's unforgivable. Uh-oh. Are those chopsticks? Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. Oh, she's sassing. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. My sister! I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. Oh. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you're a detective, weren't you, mister? Yes, that was it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. That's not long. No matter how hardened the criminal, they all, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They did the truth. They confessed. No difference. They babbled like babies, you know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from their lunches. That was more like what you call a snitch. And you were let go? Fired? blah blah, skip this bit. This game has a real bad habit of just showing you things from like 2 minutes ago. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. Ooh, we're connecting things. SL9? Wait, she doesn't need. Can I present the knife? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. Yeah, there we go. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Oh. Interesting. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. They did say they were doing evidence transferal at the prosecutor's office. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Yes, do. Or not. Do I have to present the other thing? That's weird. I can't talk to her. That's weird. That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yeah, it's pretty red, alright. The body was found in Edward's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Sky choose this car? So what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe or something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. Okay, no, just you're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Whoa! That is just some toxic masculinity shit right there. Maybe it's about time I got my driver's license. He doesn't got a driver's license. Okay, I'm 27 and I haven't got a license, but I can drive. So, I just can't afford a license. This rope, is it rope? That is not rope. Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that will come to that conclusion. Emma, you fucking idiot. So this is a famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present, I tried to kick it over myself. What's your little karate on? That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Sky must be one strong woman. I said that when they brought it up, I was like, a fucking drum full of water is gonna be really heavy. How is she just gonna kick that over? Where else could I go, actually? Let's try there. It doesn't look like anything's going on here. Oh, it's even busier here than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. Or did he? So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Pamphlet? Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Can we? Oh, we can. Wait, Criminal Affairs Department? February 25th. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Oh, okay. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating Emma. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Oh, okay, I can't get there from here. Oh, Jesus. You can tell whose room this is. What are the decor in this place? It's very, eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh, what's wrong? It's those cacti, they're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. It's a cactus. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Are we not going to do that then? Oops, no. Oh. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. No? Looks like we need a key card. That's dangerous. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Huh. Set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You're so naive. You sure have an active imagination. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. Guys, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Oh, some reason. Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. Dude, it's more like metaphorical. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that thing called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. A poncho? Is that what she's going for? Wait, maybe it wasn't that. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Okay. I don't... Detention center. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Oh, okay. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do. Prosecutor's office. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. Weren't you bitching about it yesterday? And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing some important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. There's literally nothing else to do. Mistaken, but the same idea as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Like, maybe I'm supposed to luminol something. Luminol something. How do I use luminol? Oh, spray. I'm just gonna have to luminol every place I find now. And hope for something to come up because that's the only other thing I've got left that I can do. Maybe something here. Edgeworth been doing any murders in here? Nope. That's good. Police department entrance? No, probably not there. Guard station. Examine. Illumine all that shit. Blood? Why is it purple? I'm suspicious of that hat that's sitting on the cactus. I really am. Oh, okay, because I haven't thinking it properly. Wow, we got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something. Could it be that one, though? And planted their head right in these spines. Ow, that's a lot of blood for a cactus prick. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. Is that it? That's it. I'm completely... I don't know what to do because I've not got anything else to talk to her about. Profiles? There's like, I showed her the thing that I'm supposed to show her to get her to do the new speech option. The lunchbox, and it's saying, can you tell us more information about this? And a new speech option isn't coming up, so I think they might be glitch. Wait, have I missed something? That's where we found that note. Okay, so it was due for transfer on the murder and the detective in charge of the case with the victim. I wonder what kind of cases they found that incident anyway. It's kind of hard to guess, just know the case number. Does that make any difference? Nope. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Ah, God. Let me see if this is glitched. God damn it. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. Your lying was the problem. She's being so sassy to this woman. Emma does not give a shit. Listen, little girl. I have my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Now is she going to tell me something? There we go. SL9 incident. For fuck's sake. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Yeah. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? The criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? That's what it sounds like she's saying, yes. The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... I know well? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall, I don't know him. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Here's that picture again. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to the case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait. Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie? What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. Well, that one actually looks slightly appealing. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. The Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you going out? What do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. At least would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are nearly cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, something new. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please. Huh. Isn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe? Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from lunchtime. She's in the car park. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's for sale. Aww. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Oh, God. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. A criminal, you mean? You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room? Yes, we did hear about this. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But, Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. My tummy. Wait, don't leave! If you want to know more, head down to the detention center. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Cry? He ran off to the evidence room. He's not gonna find food in there. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Oh, he's still not here. Okay. I guess I have to go talk to whoever in the detention center. February 23rd, detention center visitors room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Uh-oh. What was that? Oh no. Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh god, here we go. Yeah, he probably was crying. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Yep, it's that guy, yes. Oh, fuck. No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a lost little patrolman, like a lost little lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, I think he's the one that's been arrested. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. My battery's low. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir. Oh, I can hear you fine, Officer Megan. I had some business today, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. This guard station in front of the guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Jake Marshall, Officer Marshall. Well, Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. What the heck is this guy doing? I don't know. What's that little red thing with the bow that he's holding? It's like a little present. So, what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red, I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Wait. But we saw him after the first murder. And they're saying the second murder happened at the same time. So he couldn't have done that murder because we saw him after, and he said he blacked out at the time of the murder and then woke up here. Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his right hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Actually, first tell us this. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. Jesus. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? So to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the guy pointed a knife at him, he screamed like a little bitch, okay. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Bro, Bruh. I know. Because I played Apologist just recently. So I know this motherfucker comes back, and I also know he's in the Edgeworth games. Or at least one of them. And I really don't like this character. He's so fucking irritating. Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. I thought you woke up and you were here. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. Wait, what? Then, when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared. Huh. That's some story. Oh, is that it? Do I have anything to show him? Oh, this the evidence. It was stolen. Officer Meekins, this is not for you. I'm kind of scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted to take a look at it. Oh, fuck. That skipped and I don't know why. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir. I was being peeled. What? On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. Huh. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. What about the bloody shoe? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Now it's generic response. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Innit? He got balls. I don't think he's going to give me anything interesting. Okay. Move. Maybe now I'll be able to go and find Marshall. Nope, he's still not here. Well, what now then? Maybe I do have to show him something. No, he panicked at that knife and didn't know anything about anything, so I can't get into the evidence room. Marshall's not there. Maybe maybe I should go talk to Edgeworth. Maybe that's what it was telling me. It's really annoying to memorize the routes to different places because you can't get to specific places. Nope, he's not here. From other specific places. It's like you can't get to the detention center from here. Nowhere I go is helping me. So there's got to be something here. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yeah, no, it says the same thing over again. Oops. Well, I'm sure Edgeworth would know about that, actually. What about my badge? Go ahead, sir. Laugh. Laugh at me, sir. Uh-huh. I know what you want to say. You're going to tell me how she has one just like it. Me? Why would I? I know, sir. I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching badges. Nowhere. I'm alone. All alone. That's so wrong. Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youthful romances, sir. Is he talking about those badges on her coat? Huh. I'd like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! Oh? That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I've remembered. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That That card was the cause of it all. Oh dear. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. You already said this. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. How many titles do you want to give this guy? And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? So I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Again, you said you woke up in the evidence room again, though. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why is it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Well, let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Good point. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Oh no, the videotape, I remember this. This will haunt your nightmares. From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on the tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No, thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. And for some reason, I just feel like that character has to talk really fast, and I'm just fucking myself over by doing that. Oh. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, huh? You know what it means if there's anything missing. So I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Oh, righto, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Stop asking me about swimming. Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Because I'm polite. This music, man. It sounds like old, like, Mega Drive era boss music. It really does. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, well, they had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? He wasn't guilty. And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Yeah, another prosecutor, actually. Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. And murdered someone. In any case, the prosecutor's office is a bit of turmoil, as you might say. Where they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean... They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it is a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. How do I do that? You. Oh, sorry, had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. Oh, I'm gonna guess that it is important. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favour. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? I mean, you kind of look a bit weird. Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So, go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show, you never know until you ask. Shut up, Emma. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is Detective's ID card. They didn't even bother to change the sprite. You can see on it says Sergeant Bruce Goodman. It's blurry, but you can see it. They didn't even bother changing the sprite. That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. No, it isn't. It's Bruce Goodman's card. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Bye. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. Oh, Emma. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we've got into the evidence room now, sir. Oh no, she's turning into Meekins. I think this place has a bad influence on the girl. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's skies go so grey? I've been looking for you, asshole. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? Because who else would it be? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene, and what's with the blood on that cactus? Oh, yeehaw. That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Here, have this and shut your goddamn face, bro. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What was wrong? A fillet steak lunch? I see. I see. That doesn't say fillet, that's double L, isn't it? My bad. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask nom 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 anything nom 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 nom. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You've got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. So why were you like, why does it have to be him? Oh, that poor little doggy? Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. I don't think he was riding an actual horse. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak into your steak, you know. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us that what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. Don't tell me statute of limitations. That's right, the evidence transfer rules. Okay. I was gonna say, it's only been a few years for that one, like 2 years in. The statute of limitation was what, 15 years for murder, they said? In the last case? But why does the evidence transfer? Oh, I guess if the case is unsolved, then that's the case. But with this, it was solved, so it just, the evidence transferals means that it's gone. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower on my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Maybe you should leave it more than a few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Yes. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Oh, sweet. So this is the ID card record. 777777777 jackpot. 420. Oh, he blazing. 873. What was the fucking I still can't remember. Was it the 498? No, 5842. 514. So who's 4989 and 8730579? Because 49 went in there twice, 450 and 514. At the same time that he went in. Wait, those are both at the exact same time. So someone went in there with whoever was using Goodman's card, right? Yeah. Those are at the same time. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambino, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Yeah, we've figured that one out, but we don't know who the other ones belong to. But someone else used their card to get in there at the exact same... Ah, that would probably be Meekins. Okay, so that leaves, what, 2? Or 1? 2. Maybe there's some way I can prove the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? How can I figure that? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out that was a mistake. See, you already executed the guy. So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? He goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for the old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay, I guess let's move into the evidence room for now. It's a car door with handcuffs on it. Come choose secret weapons as a metal detector, the fishing rod. I don't know what those other ones are. I hope there's not a dog in here. Evidence from Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It's really kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Yeah. Nice try, Mr. Wright. Can't scare me. Eek! Jesus. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So it's true what I heard. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gan will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what we were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. No, I wanted to look at the floor plans. I mean, there's nothing on this. Oh! Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. All these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try and put it back together? Good luck there, pal. There's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like it's the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, yay. Okay, that's how you rotate. Yeah, no. I need... No. Ooh. No. Yes. That's the top. There's another piece at the top. There's a handle by the looks of it. Ah, yeah, there's a handle. No. Bless me. I wish I could see that from a different angle. It's really hard to tell what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like... that? No. It's a thin bit, clearly. Ah. No. Oops. There we go. Yay! We put it back together. Oh yeah, it's midnight. Huh? Oh, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Well, were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. Kind of understandable how it got broken. Okay. The glove. Someone left a glove here, but only one. It also says SL9 on it. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. Oh, here we go. You mean SL9. It does have a tag on it. Extremely thin rubber glove. Paint? What's this saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against depression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Oh, perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here in the evidence room? This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Wait, I don't understand. This is supposed to be an evidence room, but each detective has a locker? So what, they just stuff all evidence for any of the cases they were related with into their locker? That doesn't really make sense. Hey Pa, security system is high-tech around here. There's a bloody handprint there. Ooh, what's this? Blood? It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use a testing flow to check it out. Okay, let me finish searching the room first. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some kind of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. Oh, for shooting, yeah. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Yeah, that's just rude. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What's this sorry-looking fish? What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. It's the fuck is the metal detector? Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of the case out on God Lake, remember? Oh, right. Well, that feels like ages ago. You know, that metal detector that was just inconspicuously sitting in your court record for the whole fucking last day of the trial, and you're like, well, why is this here? Why do we still have this? And then it's like, oh. And I don't think I've seen this one before. It's like a divining rod or something. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap looking box. You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay, that seems to be the room done. Let's talk to Gumshoe. Actually, wait, no, let's look for blood. Ooh! A handprint. Smudged one. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. Has he got some glasses on too? What's this? It's called luminal testing for... that said Emma said that, but that doesn't make sense. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plan. I decided to lie down and now I'm doing this with one hand and it's really not. Obviously the bloody handprint there's gonna show up, isn't it? I already knew there was a bloody handprint there. I knew it. This is someone's right hand print. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker is mine. It's yours? Please, you have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plan. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Ooh. That's a lot of blood. That must have been one massive pool of blood. I haven't seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plan. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. I really shouldn't be trying to do this with one hand. I think that might be it. Boss Friday. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're a boss for the day. That's right. It's an honor. I'm gonna sneeze again. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're the boss, why are you here all alone? Where are your underlings? Oh no. They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, we've already established that. Of course, I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. God, I think my hay fever's getting worse and worse. It's the middle of the night. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case. Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. He's involved in that one too. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Oh, his locker looks relatively neat. There's a picture in there. I know who that is. That's Maggie Bird, but I don't think she's been in the game yet. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handle is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. To see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Okay. Allow me to say, okay, yeah, no. He doesn't know nothing about nothing. Our sure Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker, but at the same time he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. What am I supposed to be doing? I don't even remember anymore. I've literally lost the thread of what I'm supposed to be doing. Shit. My brain has actually just gone blank. Emma, tell me what to do. Well, where should we begin? It's obvious we should begin with that, you know, the thing. Great, thanks. The mystery of the victim, I guess. One man be killed in two places simultaneously. Which goes to the police department, the evidence room with it. It was something about getting him to talk about Edgeworth. And I don't know. Oh, yeah. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Oops, that's not where I'm meant to go. There's nothing they say. Nope, he's not here, so I guess... Well, I know I'm not done here, I just can't... Oh wait, I need to get him to give me that list. So anyway, anything here that can... Oh, that might convince him the two cases are... The sheriff's back in the Wild West and evidence about the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither wild nor west here. But that and this are two different things entirely. What? I guess so? Huh? I'm lost too. Looks like we need evidence to get on with this guy. That's what I'm trying to do. I guess I'm just presenting shit to him until he responds to something. Oh, no, I already did that. Ah, Jesus. This? No. I don't know what to present to him. Problem is I need to do the symptoms gumshoe. And I'm not sure. I tried all this, right? Oh. Words that sound like tag. Bag, gag, nag, lag, jag, zag, zag, that's. Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What are we playing, a word game now? I tried all this, haven't I? Nope. Ah, Detective Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. You know, yes, that's on that instead. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Serial killing? Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumour mill. Rumours about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? Ah, there's the connection. There it is. So the switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. That is interesting. Maybe that will... Nope. There's a damn connection. Lucky me, because I just want to be done with this now. Gumshoe? Anything? Yeah, that's just the same thing. I got absolutely nothing. I cannot figure out how to proceed right now. Woman be lazy today. Oh, that's how I get that. Apparently if I just present that. See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground at the parking lot. The number on this is 584-189. Oh. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Yeah, that. So, the 49891 would be, Meekins. So we just need to figure out 8730 and 7777777. Look, the fourth number is a perfect match. It was used at 5:14 right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room, or someone using his card. Clearly. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked him to, he didn't have his ID card, so how was he? If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Because it wasn't him. It wasn't him. He used that ID card to get in there, but obviously the picture wouldn't match because it's a different person. Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Yay! I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay. Hey, gumshoe. Are you on here? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? You're kidding. Mr. Edgeworth. No, he did do the murder. He definitely did the murder. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. Where? Thank you. I don't know. Is that updated? It's not. Is it put them in? Why would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room? Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed? Somewhere you need something? Whatever. It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give him my report for the day. That's a flyer for a restaurant. Très bien! Is that the next game or the third game? That's interesting. They're putting little references to the later games in here. Interesting. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. Probably, but he'd probably smack you upside the head for doing that. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Bye! I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Yeah, I was thinking that might be where we were going. I can't just go straight there. I have to go through all these stupid ass. Let's see what's going down. What? What? Not you again. Why are you here? I don't like you. Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Yeah, asshole. Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. I beg your leave so long. Why was he here? Mr. Edgeworth here? Standing there by the window, a teacup in his hand. That's about right. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. Yes, he was. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they just took this, not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've had them say that so many times before. So many times even. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Oh, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? You'd think the police department would be the ones in control of it. Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Oh, I've seen him this out of sorts. Dude? Why this? Alright, I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. Oh. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The Chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Are you fucking sure? Because at this point, everything's interconnected. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. This? Nope. This? Nope. Oh, wait. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Oh. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then? He was top officer, and it was first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get me nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, you get nervous. I thought she said you get me nervous. I would not have been surprised. That's the way Emma speaks. Now I'm making it into a fucking fanfic. Jesus. What I want to know is why is the deputy chief of police on that? I need to learn to read English. Why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation, for fuck's sake? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, Chief Prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. You literally told her that yesterday. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, huh? Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. He's sneaky. He's on our side. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your fingerprint files for everyone involved. Oh, sweet. Thanks. How please to Detective Gumshoe as well. Yay! Let's go fingerprint some shit. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Oh, we're going back to the evidence room, okay. Bye, Edgeboo. I really wish I could just go straight in. Okay. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. There, and the fingerprints on the other locker. There was a whole handprint on the other locker as well, wasn't it? Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. I thought he gave it to us. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. Well, the thumb's kind of on its side, so I guess the first finger seems pretty clear. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. Yeah, the first finger. I really can't tell the difference at a glance, or at least what's left the most blood on there is the first finger. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. I'm going to choose that one. The thumb's on its side, so I don't think you get a clear print from that. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. And press A and do this to press A. First we sprinkle the aluminium powder around. Huh? How do you do that? Well, in real life I'm sure you're just sprinkling it. But I'm guessing with the A button, there you go. Ah, and it looks like that did the trick. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? I'm not going to make the joke that... With the Y button. Exciting, I know. Oh, we're using the Y button now too. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to though. Oh, he's really excited, so it's like, wow, that looks like fun. Oh, it's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. Well, it probably might. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Okay? Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I better give it a try. Whee! Ooh. Oh, that is one solid fingerprint. Ah, you did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Yeah, it's very solid, isn't it? No, ridges. Huh. Now you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Gloves? Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Ah, yeah. No. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. We're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker's door closely again. There's another one just below it. I noticed that. It seems that there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. In the centre then, so I just want to put some loads in the centre. Oh! Oh, for fuck's sake. How is this not good enough, game? I remember doing this at school. It's quite fun. There we go. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Did it? Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Is it? Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? Because you'll see their prints, so you just look at them and go, which ones look the same? Also, there's more, like, in-depth stuff. Like, I remember it being, like, there's names for the different patterns. Like, there's swirly, and there's, like, an arch, and there's all manner of different ones. This one looks like a I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the print probably doesn't have anything to do with that case, so it's probably gumshoes. So whose fingerprint would we most likely find in the evidence locker? Gumshoe. Yeah, see? He's 30. Match found. Aha! So this print belongs to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, yes, there is another handprint. It's over there. This is where we got a liminal fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Check for prints, why'd I leave it be? That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area where the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than ones left by the bloody hand. I mean that looks pretty clear. It won't let me dust them though. The locker lock. No. That would just be whoever it belongs to. This one? I don't understand where I'm supposed to be looking here. Game. Am I being dumb? I'm like looking and I can't see anything. Wait. What? Did that just suddenly go yellow? I am so confused right now. Now, this is a lot less fun on the DS where it actually makes you blow on the mic to blow the powder away, and it's just stupid. It's like a button press would be better. Ew! Oh god, that's... I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. What? What do you mean it's a different finger? Is that the same one again? I'm so lost right now. I don't even see what I'm fucking doing. Yeah, no, it's the same one. Okay, so that's it. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, that was the thumb, and then this would be the first finger. Okay, right now. Yeah, I get it. I was being dumb. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a big finger. Yeah. Oh, that's an arch one. And that also... Really? That... Oh dear. Right. No? Okay. Doesn't... Okay, it's tilted in a strange direction. But it... Okay, that one's actually in the same direction. What were you doing, sir? These fingerprints, Whose are they? Who is this? Someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Oh. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh, okay. Can we not go talk to him? I think I'm gonna have to leave it there because I'm exhausted. And I know there's just the trial day left at this point and it's bugging me. I don't know how long the trial will be, but I think it's pretty long, to be honest. I'm just thinking about where I still have to go from here. And it's quite far. And I'm tired.